Hi folks, this is just following up on my last video. Really, I did that video about 15 minutes ago while I was sitting in my driveway, but now I'm somewhere else, my brother's office, and there's a lot of traffic here, a lot of noise, a lot of distraction, but I don't want to lose this thought, and it's kind of on the spur of the moment type of thing sometimes with these talks. Like, I was thinking to myself, it's like, we are speaking about the Matrix. I was talking about the prison that we find ourselves in, and how we also continue to instill and strengthen the prison that's around us by not being in the individual or free thinker and accepting reality the way that it is. Okay, so we are the prisoners and the prison guards at the same time, to ourselves and to one another. Okay, and so we keep manifesting, and we keep the prison, the drama of the prison, the play of the prison going. Okay, because why? Is again because we've been robbed of the resources to feel that we might have a way out of the prison, and also we don't have the confidence to how would I say, to push away the prison, to reject the prison. What I'm saying is that, like, what the prison is trying to do, or the Matrix is always trying to do, is get you to be part of a collective. Okay, that's what its efforts are in what it does, for you to become a worker bee. Okay, that's why school is there, and many other factors and many other things. But that's why school is there. School is there to really rob you of your uniqueness and your skill and your individuality and whatever it is. That's why, that's the reason for the schooling process. There's no question about it. It's to turn you into another brick in the wall. And who's doing the schooling is the teachers and the principal, and these are your average Joe people. This is that they're not part of the conspiracy in a way. They don't realize what they're doing. They think that they're doing you a service. Right? The teachers think they're doing a service, and the principal thinks it. Now, not all teachers and principals are wrong or bad, but they might not realize what they are doing at the same time. So, judge them for they know not what they do is almost applicable to a certain degree in this context, right? And what we're saying. But so the thing is that the objective is for us to not be able to repel the Truman Show, okay? Because then we don't have the ability to say no. I don't need to follow fashion trends. I don't need to chase money and find money as a meaningful living. I don't have to see my only worth as how other people see me, or through my beauty, or through my material possessions, or something like that. I don't need to feel a slave to the 9 to 5. I don't feel I need to be a slave to the religion. I don't feel I need to be a slave to fashion, like I've said, or to trends or something or other, or to dogmas or to belief systems or something. I don't feel that I need to be taking on the agendas and the politics of what's going on in the world today and take a side or something or other, right? I reject it. I reject it completely. And I'm prepared to go my own way and be an individual, right? And what I'm saying is that's what the strength of confidence is about, and that's why confidence is taken out of you from the cradle. There's no question, and why also you're abused so much by the people in your life and culture and society in a big way. You are abused, well, firstly because of their own shit, but where I'm saying you literally are made so how can I put it this way? You are made to be an enemy to yourself. There's no question about it. To who you really, your own feelings. right? Your own feelings, your own intuition, your own understanding, your own thinking, you really made you feel an enemy of yourself. Okay, I really think so. Anyway, that's besides the point. And it's very hot in this car, and there's a lot of traffic, and I'm feeling overwhelmed already outside here. You can't see it, but that's the point I wanted to make. Is that's so confidence is taken out from you from the grave. I mean, from the grave. Well, almost from the cradle to the grave, really. Okay? No other prisoners are going to inspire you to... I mean, that's what Andy Dufresne again was about. They said, we don't want to hear that word hope. We don't want to know that there's a way out. We don't want to know. We don't care. We're happy with the way things are. Thank you very much. You're a threat to be saying that there's a possibility of a way out. Because not only that, but you're telling us that being a prison is actually not so... Irie is not so all that it's cut out to be, because most people don't realize that they're living in the prison, in the Matrix, in Plato's cave. They don't realize it. They think that they, on the surface of things, because we've been so hypnotized by media and we're so distracted by social networks, in order to only to only talk about that life is good. Don't worry, be happy. That's it. It's a happiness syndrome, and it's completely false. It's completely not happiness. It's superficial happiness. It's completely superficial. But it's like, we go around asking each other, hi, how are you? Fine, and you, thanks. Not like, hi, are you okay? You don't look okay, type of thing. We must all be, very excited, and, in a way. I mean, yes, Monday we're all miserable, but like, on Facebooks and social medias and whatever it is, and we generally like to project this image that we are all sort of happy to a certain degree. I mean, it's funny because I don't see it. I mean, I wonder if I ask people on the street, do you think people are miserable? I wonder what they would say. They'd say life is hard, but I don't know. But I know that we pretend that the items that we buy really, or the way that we're living our lives, like when we get our salary, that our salary is actually worth the jobs that we are doing. Like commuting, spending so much time in traffic and whatever it is, and sitting in the under the fluorescent lighting in this cubicle or whatever, like just terrible environment, wasting your life away a lot of the time. And yet then we feel okay that it's justified that we get the salary check at the end of the month. And it's fine if you're doing it for a certain period of time in your life, but it's not okay if you're doing it for majority of your life. So I'm saying for many of us, we might have desk jobs, we might have shitty jobs, but it's a means to an end. It's not our be all and end all. So that's the one thing. What I'm saying is that, like, people will tell you that they don't like their jobs, but I don't know, that we're just so easily convinced to be happy. Yes, it's hot. We're so easily convinced. I don't know that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's because I'm out of it, so I don't really see it. But I see it. I see we're all putting on the front. I don't see people crying in public, like I've said before. I don't see people. I mean, we don't... It's confusing, folks, because it's so... Like, you walk through a supermarket, and there's just happy faces plastered everywhere on the marketing boards. Everywhere. And all this bright, like, lighting and advertising, like I'm saying, words and colours and things like that. And you just think it looks so lovely. Kids jumping for joy, like... whatever it is, and it's just, and you see people's Facebook stuff, and it's all just so pleasant and positive, and like, the wedding photos or whatever it is, the professional wedding photos, the professional photos of the baby being taken, and the husband and the wife, it's his husband's profile, but he's there with his wife, and he's holding his child, and it's like, oh, he's just so happy, and it's just so wonderful, and, and that's all we're posting on Facebook, and it's positive stuff, and I got a new job, or I ran 5 miles today, or I got that dress that I always wanted, or something like that, and it's all just type of thing, and like I said, even that. So it's just like we are so detached. What am I saying? I'm just saying we don't realize that we're in a prison. I'm telling you, there's no ways people realize, because they accept the reality of which they've been given. Like the Truman Show, they accept the reality of which they've been given. So, what I'm saying is, if they truly, really got in touch with their feelings and own what their feelings, like if they felt like Jesus, I'm miserable, I'm depressed. I'll say, okay, so instead of just taking antidepressants or something like that, find out why you're depressed. Find out why you're anxious. Find out, etc., about yourself. Your body is a highest form of intelligence that you have, an indicator of what's going on. It'll tell you everything, what you need to know. Figure it out. But, you don't want to know that. You don't want to own it. So, yeah. Anyways, folks, I'm just going around in circles here, but the thing is that actually owning how you feel, to be truthful to who you are, will be rejecting the matrix, will be rejecting the prison. And I believe the more that you reject it, I'd like to think that the universe comes and helps you out in different kind of ways. Just, you're fed up with your 9-to-5 job and you believe in yourself and you don't want to continue this, fine, we'll make a miracle happen. We'll open another door of possibility for you, That's what a miracle will happen. Synchronicity will align. Somebody will come in your life. Oh, look, I'm working on a podcast. You want to get involved with me? Sure. I'd like to think that. In my life, I've seen it happen. That the universe will support you, and if you take the leap, if you're wanting to leave Plato's cave or whatever it is. But so the biggest thing, the biggest threat to empire or to the matrix is a free thinker, right? Is the individual, because the individual is not a collective hive mind. That's a group mind. That's a crowd mentality. That's all working together. The crowd doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have it feels whatever everybody else is feeling. It goes where everybody else goes. It thinks how everybody else thinks. That's what it does. It's programs. It's machines. And that's what they do. They sway and fro, and that's it. And you don't have any willpower or freedom of choice. You don't have any. Forget about it. You're just part of the system. And what I'm saying is that's again, it's a womb. Even this word city apparently comes from the word womb. That's why people don't want to leave the city. They don't want to go and be self-sustaining. They don't want to go into nature and be connected with the soil and the ground and the plants and everything that they eat and whatever it is. They don't want that. And why? Because deep down inside, they don't feel that they have any worth. It's hot. They don't feel they have any worth. They don't feel that they have any resources. They don't feel that they have any ability to whatever it is. All they feel is just to be a copy. And that's what I'm saying, is that's why the system has robbed our individuality from us. It's taken the individuality. It's taken the confidence from us. It's taken the willpower from us. It's taken our decision makings out of our hands. And put in a whole template for you. This is the decisions you make. This is the life you live. This is the music you listen to. This is the food you eat. This is how you spend your time. This is when you get married. This is who you marry. This is how many children you have. This is how much you must spend on your addictions. This is how, this is what's going to be distracting you. This is the God you're going to believe in. This is where you'll spend your vacation time. This is where you'll spend your retirement time. Whatever it is, from the cradle to the grave, it's completely orchestrated and organized and tailor-made. People say, of course I'm going to go that way. Of course. That's why there is the road less traveled. I just see people here driving past with all these fancy cars. Firstly, speeding 60 kilometers. They're going about 85 kilometers. They're driving all these expensive fancy cars and whatever it is. Why the need for all the fancy cars? Why put yourself in debt? For most of the people, 90% of the cars are owned by the bank. How many are repossessed? But it's imagery. It's all image. And that's why we are so addicted to the approval of others, is because we approval of the crowd. Like, here's a car. I don't know what it is. It's an Audi, like a souped up Audi, whatever. I don't know. And it's amazing when you see that guy standing in the bank, in the queue, who's driving that car. He's just your average Joe. The round fat belly, whatever it is. But when he's in his car, he's a real man. He's a real he's a real Vin Diesel, he's a real James Bond or something like that. He's a real manna, as they say here in Afrikaans. How much time have I been blabbering on here for? This is the road in front of me. Well, now that I shine the camera, it's going to be quiet, but don't worry. Anyway, so I'll put the camera on there. So what was I saying is that's why the need and desperate seek of approval from others is because that's the only value I'm gonna get. It's the only value I'm gonna get. It's like just no other way, It's just no other way. I can't get any self-value. So it's like, exactly, to everybody else, how well am I doing? How well am I playing the game? You know, look, I'm driving this car, look, I'm wearing this, look how many friends I got on Facebook. You know, whatever it is, this is how good of a pretender I am. How well am I pretending? Everybody, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. All the bloody time. Anyway, so you get my point. The absolute necessity for self-confidence, for self-esteem, and to honor the way you feel, to honor your feelings, and to honor the way you think, you know, and do what's right in your heart. Okay, and go your own way, baby. Go your own way. Like, I think there's a Fleetwood Mac song that says you can go your own way. I think that's what I'm going to title this talk, if I remember that. Alright, folks. Appreciate it. You taking the time. Chat soon. Take care.